My dream is to own properties throughout the world, meet amazing people, and die with no regrets. As much as I love this part of town, I'm saying goodbye to Copacabana to extend my search for the right property in the state of Rio. My next stop is a town where the locals frequent as their getaway from the hustle and bustle of the capital of Rio de Janeiro. In today's video, we're going to Cabo Frio. If you're thinking about relocating to Brazil, then you're in the right place. Here on this channel, I'm documenting my life as a Myers-Briggs personality type of ENTP. I mostly talk about real estate and business, and that's because that's how I'm funding my life dream and want to show others how they can do the same. I'm on a mission to live internationally, bouncing around from city to city and getting the best out of my time on this very planet. So if you're interested in living out your dreams on your terms, or running off to Brazil, or just curious about how I approach life in general, subscribe to my channel and enjoy the ride. In today's video, we're visiting Cabo Frio. It's a coastal town just 2 hours outside of Rio de Janeiro. On this trip, I rented a car and I traveled around just like a local would. We're going to tour an Airbnb that I rented, then link up with a realtor to search for an apartment and to check out a few homes that are for sale. I'll show you that you could rent a really nice apartment for about $400 to $500 a month, as well as spend time on a super relaxing beach that just so happens to be a surfer's paradise. Cabo Frio is one of those cities where someone can retire for about $1,000 to $2,000 a month and live a middle-class life on passive income. Let's see what this small city on Brazil's coast has to offer. After the scenic drive, I arrived at my Airbnb. Let's check it out. The house is set up like a typical international property, featuring 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. It's also clear that this is a family's vacation home. It's clean, comfortable, and has everything I need. There's nothing I would have to do if I decide to spend a few months here besides move in and get comfortable.
What's freaking amazing about all this is that I'm only spending $67 for one night. So that's a 3-bedroom house for $67.
Heading back outside, we have a staple in Brazilian living, the barbecue pit. In Rio and in most of Brazil, the weekend involves enjoying nature, quality time with the family, and picanha steaks. Yummy.
Really, when you come to think about it, since you're spending so little, you have to imagine that maybe a house like this on a full-time basis might rent for like $40 a night, or like maybe $1,000 a month, probably even less. I'm still taken back by what you could get for $60 a night near a pristine beach. If you're not already using Airbnb as a guest or thinking about being a host, check out the links down below to register. Our next stop is just a few blocks away to meet with the agent and tour the first house that's for sale. That could function as a family vacation house and also generate passive income as a vacation rental when I'm out of town. This house actually reminds me a lot of the Airbnb that I'm renting. It's very similar in layout and features. Even though it could benefit from some updating, it sure has potential. If you're wondering how much a house like this costs, this house is currently for sale for 400,000 reais, or about 80,000 US dollars. By comparison, I wanted to see an apartment. Why? Well, some of you may not want to buy properties. Also, I want to see if my rent-to-rent strategy that I use in New York can also work right here in Brazil. That way I'm not tying up a bunch of cash, but still have a place that I can call home and also double as a vacation rental. By doing this, you're able to test the market without committing a bunch of money. My next appointments are in the center of the town, near the restaurants and shops, and also the busy public beach. Let's go check it out. The first apartment was a 3-bedroom apartment in town. Again, the apartment is fairly comfortable, but could benefit from some updates. The apartment as it is livable. However, you're gonna have to put up with some funky design features, like this weird countertop. The asking price for this apartment, $400 a month. The next apartment is in town as well and is in a newly constructed building. The building features a gym, pool, playroom, and rec space for dinner parties and socials.
The apartment itself is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. Has a balcony that's facing the beach that's just 5 blocks away from the center of town. This apartment is much nicer, comfortable, and more my speed. Asking price, also $400 a month. Patricia, the agent, had one more property to show me. When we were touring these apartments, I asked her how much apartments facing the beach were. She told me that they rent for about $2,000 to $3,000 a month rather than the $400 to $500 for properties just up the street. Since I kept asking about these beachfront properties and her knowledge that I'm a real estate investor here in the States, she decided to show me one more beachfront redevelopment deal that screams life on the beach. This property is a redevelopment site that's on a double lot and faces this virgin stretch of beach. The winds here are awesome, and I can't help but imagine kite surfers making their way on over to take advantage of the winds. The property is actually located only 3 blocks from my Airbnb. The neighborhood itself also seems to be going through some sort of change where there's a lot of new construction going on. This property has approved plans for 2 luxury townhouses. The asking price is about $80,000 US. The construction to build the 2 townhouses will run me an additional $80,000. Construction in Brazil is fairly cheap since labor costs are really low. When it's fully developed, I could sell each property for about $100,000 to $125,000. However, if I get this one, I'll sell one and keep the other for myself. Let me get into the water, feel the waves, and figure out if this feels like home to me. Now this project excites me and it seems like a lot of fun. Just imagine waking up to that view or being able to send your kids out to the beach just to play right in front of the house. Talking about beaches, let's head back to the center of the city and hit up the beach and hang out with some locals. The main public beach in Cabo Frio has much more activity and it's in the town itself. The ride from my Airbnb and the previous property that we just featured is about 8 minutes. The beach has fine white sand and calmer waters, making it popular amongst the families. I get my passion fruit caipirinha and start people watching. There's something about Brazil that just feels right to me. A certain buzz that you get when you mix warm weather, awesome people, and a relaxed pace of life. It's a perfect backdrop for finding or nurturing your love. So, what do you think of Cabo Frio overall? It's definitely more chill than Copacabana, but certainly has potential in my opinion. Between the low-cost housing, awesome beaches, nice waves, or even the calm waters of the public beach, you have your options. Another thing I noticed is that the people here are even warmer than in Copacabana, which I guess is typical for smaller cities. So tell me, which property was your favorite? And would you rather live here or in Copacabana? My thoughts are that vacation rental prices are a bit soft and low, but I guess they could get more attractive around the holidays and peak seasons or even over the weekends. If choosing Cabo Frio, your clientele will be Brazilians escaping the city, so the pricing of your rentals will reflect what's affordable for locals. If I get a property here, it won't be a cash cow. However, the vacation rental or the money that comes in will offset at least my maintenance costs and might allow me to have that property for free. Thanks for joining me here on ENTP Life. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure you share this video with anyone who shares our dream of living throughout the world. In the next video, we're heading to scenic Búzios, which is just about an hour away from Cabo Frio, and it's a little bit more luxurious and nicer if that's your sort of thing. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, be well.